Okay, so today's topic will be on deadbeat parents, whether it's a baby mother or baby father. I feel like people get it twisted when it comes to that whole situation. I don't give a fuck whether you wanted the child or not. Once you laid down and had sex unprotectedly, you basically agreed to all the consequences and responsibility that comes with it. I don't give a fuck if they invented abortion, plan B, or whatever it is. You have to realize you lay down without a condom. You nutted all up in this female and she allowed you to nut up all in her. So you equally have to share the responsibility of raising a child or children. I say this to say that I see too many fathers and mothers also getting too comfortable with the whole idea of one. I see fathers common ground, not all fathers, because you do have amazing fathers out there, you do have amazing mothers, so I have to give credit where credit is due. But for the percentage that feels like, oh well, she could have got an abortion or she could have got plan B, she didn't have to have it, I don't have to take care of the child. Yes, you do. You laid down with her, that nut felt good, you released it, you enjoyed it in that passion of the moment, and guess what? 18 years later, you still got a responsibility to take care of. And a female shouldn't have to put a father on child support to take care of his child. Point simple and blank. In life, those are just one of the many things which you're going to have to deal with that you don't want to. That is it. As for females, you chose to have this child. Dropping your children or child off or leaving your children or child with your mother or a family member every time you want to go get dick or be out or hang out is not your family member, friends, or whoever's responsibility to take care of your children or child because you want to live life. You should have thought about that. It is consequences and responsibilities you have to deal with. Another thing I don't like is when people use their kids or children as an excuse to get out of things. Work, if you don't want to hang out with this one person, but you go to hang out with another person. I'm a mother. I'm a single mother. I'm a full-time mother. My son's father is not in his life. That's a decision that he made, and I'm going to stick by it. Why? Because for the 9 years of my son being alive, it's been a back and forth thing. And you kind of get tired of it. I wasn't raised without my father being in my life. So I didn't want my son to go without knowing who his father is. I've tried and I tried to make things work. And after a while of you seeing a person taking advantage of the situation or making excuses and basically lying for no reason, you give up. It's sad, but I feel like God puts everything into play for a reason. I've learned not to question it and handle my responsibility. By the grace of God, I do have my family who helps me tremendously when I need to work or if I do want to hang out here and there. I think people feel like I'm always saying I can't hang out because of my kid, which is God's honest truth. I don't want to put my child on somebody else all of the time. I'd rather put my child on them while I go get money as opposed to just hanging out. Because then you burn your bridges and people get tired and people get annoyed with it after a while. They're not going to get annoyed when you're doing something productive. They will get annoyed when you're bullshitting and doing nothing at all. I've learned that my free time, you learn and you maneuver things in life and you figure out what's best and what will work. I've learned that when my child is in school or, example, when he goes away for camp, that's my free time. That's my me time. I don't have to worry about asking nobody to watch him or holding him down. So when people want to go out and ask me, can I do this? Can I do that? You have to remember, I have to think about who's available and who's going to be home to watch him. I set myself up with my child because I do not have his father in his life for that help. I set myself up with that as far as communication a month or weeks in advance. Why? Because I have to think and consider everybody else and what their life is and what they have to do. I feel like, I chose to have my kids, so I had to pick up the responsibility. Is it fair that I have to do it alone, even though his father is fully capable? No. But once again, I chose to lay down. I got to handle what I got to handle. It's all on me. Like, literally, when you choose to lay down and have a child, or let me rephrase that. When you choose to lay down and have sex, it's a number of things. STDs, having a kid, becoming HIV positive and all of that. I feel like people take things so lightly and it's so nonchalant and it's, oh, I don't care. Or I didn't have a father or a mother in my life, so I don't know how to be a parent. That's bullshit. There's individuals out here that has nobody, family at all, grandparents, cousin, nothing, and they still do a better job than half of y'all dumbasses out here that don't want to own up to responsibility, because I feel like that's just a kid's way out. You make excuses. As an adult, we have to learn to stop making excuses and deal with our responsibilities, because nobody's going to deal with it for us. As you can see, this topic or this conversation hits home. It's kind of hard, so I'm real passionate about it. Yeah, I feel like when you have a child, they don't ask to be brought into this world, so it's for us to do what we have to do for them. Literally, they didn't ask to be here. Does it get overwhelming and frustrated at times? Yeah, because it's something new, it's something different. But at the end of the day, you signed up to do this for the rest of your life, and I don't want people to feel like once your kid hits 18, you're done being a parent. You're never, ever fucking done being a parent. Till this day, I am 30. I still need my parents. Rest in peace to my father. He's no longer here, but I yearn for him every day. I feel like something is missing, and I thank the Lord every day for my mother. I may not see eye to eye with her all the time, but she is my backbone, especially with having this kid. As you get older, you understand, you learn things as far as being a parent, what type of parent you would want to be towards your child, or what type of parent you feel you should be with your child. There's no handbook on it. There's no proper way to do it. There's no, this person did it, so I must do it this way. Why? Because each individual put on this earth is different. So no two people are the same. So no two parenting would be the same, and no two children would be the same. So when people give advice, I listen, but my child is not yours. I'm not saying it in a negative way, and I'm not saying it to be nasty, and I'm not saying it to come at anybody. I'm pretty sure my mother didn't raise me the same way my grandmother raised her, and I'm pretty sure my grandmother didn't raise my mother the same way, and so forth and so forth. It's just, you learn as you go along. You build that relationship and that connection with your child, and you do what you see is best for you and your child. Why? Because at the end of the day, you have to live with the consequences and the choices that you made for you and your child. And I swear to you, as I get older and older, I realize that everything is put on you. You have to own up and realize that you have to deal with it. It's nobody going to deal with it for you. You could vent, you could cry, you could speak about it, and it may help in that moment to get it off your chest, but it's on you. And I tell you, from having a child at the age of 2021, I don't regret it. I do wish that I would have waited to give him a better life and a better opportunity at things, because you think because you're in your 20s, or you think you're old enough, you're working, you're doing everything for you feel like you're ready. You feel like, I can do this. And I realized from when I had him until now, we both have changed. We both have grown. And I will say he has helped me view things a lot differently. And he has helped me balance things in my life. He's my sun and he's my moon. Like, he's my everything. And I definitely couldn't see life without him, being that we've been, a duo, mother and son, for so long. I appreciate my son. I love him to death. Him also having a disability has taught me a lot as far as strength and patience and understanding. It's difficult till this day still, but God makes no mistakes in the choices and people he puts into your life. But back to the topic of mothers and fathers who are deadbeats need to own up to their responsibility and understand that it's nobody else's responsibility to take care of the children or child that you created. Like I said, whether you wanted to or not. And just because you have that available help does not mean abuse it or use it for foolishness. I feel like be productive. Do something that's meaningful. Like, stop wasting time. And stop making all these damn babies and thinking that it's cool or that it's going to keep a man. Or men feeling like, oh, she just had a baby for X, Y, and Z. Like, let's get over it. Let's be grown. We in 2017. All that old shit that was in the 90s and the 80s and the early millennium is whack. It's over with. That's just my opinion. I'm going to end it on this note. I hope you all have a good night and see you on my next episode.